You think you know your male cat? The truth is, you don't. Yes, he's charming, playful, confident, even a little dramatic sometimes. But behind your male cat's behavior, there's something deeper that almost every owner misses. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can express. And if you respond the wrong way, which most owners do, you might quietly break the trust he's been trying to offer. 1. Male cat's hidden territorial side. Have you ever seen your male cat pacing around the room or sitting by a doorway like he owns the place? Those slow steps, the pauses, the way he blocks your path, that's his way of protecting what's his. He's actually mapping his territory, marking invisible borders only he understands. For example, when he rubs against furniture, sniffs corners, or watches the window like a sentry, he's not restless. He's running daily security checks. In his mind, your home is his territory, and you're a part of it. This behavior is one of the strongest signs of trust. He feels safe enough to take responsibility for the space you share. So next time he sits in a hallway staring into nothing, he's not zoning out. He's standing guard. 2. Male cat jealousy explained. Have you ever noticed how your male cat suddenly acts different when someone new comes around? Maybe he stares, follows you more than usual, or completely disappears until that person is completely gone? That's not coincidence. It's jealousy in its purest form. And yes, cats can feel jealousy, especially males. Male cats can become possessive when their bond feels threatened. It's not anger or spite. He just sees you as his favorite person in the world, and when your attention shifts to someone else, especially another pet or human, it triggers something ancient, the urge to guard what he values most. You might notice subtle signs, a flicking tail, a silent stare, or him choosing to sit exactly where your guest was sitting. He's not being petty. He's re-establishing his claim, reminding everyone that he's part of your inner circle. The best way to handle it isn't to scold or ignore him, it's to reassure him. Give him small moments of acknowledgement, a slow blink, a gentle touch, or say his name softly. It tells him that no matter who else enters your life, his place beside you isn't changing. 3. Most male cats are left-handed. Have you ever noticed which paw your cat uses first when reaching for something? If your cat is male, there's a good chance it's his left paw. Studies show that male cats are far more likely to be left-pawed, while females usually favor their right. It might seem like a small detail, but it tells you a lot about how their brains work. Just like in humans, paw preference comes from how their brain is wired. Left-pawed males rely more on the right side of the brain, the part that controls emotions and reactions. That's why male cats often seem more impulsive, playful, and confident in how they interact with their surroundings. So the next time your cat bats at a toy or swats your hand, pay attention. His favorite paw might reveal more about his personality than you think. 4. Why neutered males still act alpha. Have you ever wondered why your male cat still struts around like a little king, even after being neutered? The truth is, confidence like that doesn't just vanish. His body might have changed, but his brain still remembers who he is. Those instincts were shaped long before the surgery, and they stay. That proud walk, the way he puffs his tail, the playful pounce that looks more like a flex, that's his personality showing through. It's not about dominance in a mean way, it's identity. It's how he expresses power and control in his world. Neutering doesn't erase his essence. It simply tones down the flood of hormones that can make him more aggressive or overly rough in play. And trust me, if you understand that side of him instead of trying to suppress it, you'll actually earn more respect from him. 5. Male cat life expectancy. Have you ever wondered how long male cats usually live compared to females? On average, males tend to have slightly shorter lifespans. It's not by much, but studies show that female cats often outlive males by a year or two. Why? It comes down to biology and behavior. Male cats are naturally more adventurous and territorial. They take more risks, explore further, and sometimes get into fights or accidents, especially if they spend time outdoors. Even when they live safely indoors, those instincts never completely disappear. Not so much different when compared to humans. Males of every species tend to take more risks and push more boundaries, and cats are no exception. But here's the good news. A cared-for indoor male cat can easily live well into his mid or late teens, sometimes even past 20. Regular vet visits, a balanced diet, and a low-stress environment make a huge difference. So when he stretches out next to you after a long day, remember, Every year you give him safety, and love adds time to the bond you share. 6. Why he plays rougher than females. Have you ever noticed how your male cat turns every toy or your hand into a wrestling match? He doesn't just play. He lunges, grabs, bites, and chases like he's training for something. And in a way, he is. Male cats are wired for more physical play. In the wild, play is how males practice skills they need to compete, like chasing, pouncing, and testing strength. Even at home, those instincts never disappear. Every ambush from behind the couch or sudden tackle during playtime is part of that natural drive. It's not aggression, it's confidence. It's how he measures his abilities and learns boundaries. You'll even notice that when you play with him regularly, he becomes calmer afterward, more balanced, more affectionate. 7. How male cats hide pain. Have you ever looked at your cat and thought, he seems fine, only to find out later something was wrong? Male cats are masters at hiding pain. It's instinct. In the wild, showing weakness could make them a target, so they learn to stay composed even when they're hurting. You might not see limping or crying. Instead, it shows up in small ways. Maybe he's sleeping more than usual, eating less, or avoiding his favorite spot. Sometimes he just seems distant, quieter than normal. Those are the signs most people miss. It's very common, for example, for male cats to sense when you're leaving for a trip, especially if it's not something you do often. In the days or even weeks leading up to it, some cats begin to show stress in physical ways. Many owners have noticed their cats suddenly urinating outside the litter box, or worse, developing painful urinary issues that can include blood in their urine. It's a fascinating reminder of how deeply connected they are to us. They can sense your absence before it even happens, and their bodies sometimes react to that emotional stress. That's why you have to be extra vigilant with them. The signs are subtle: a loss of appetite, low energy, or that heavy, quiet look that tells you something isn't right. So if your male cat ever seems off, even a little, pay attention. 8. Why male cats talk less but mean more. Have you ever noticed how your male cat doesn't meow as often as females do? He might stay quiet most of the day, only speaking up when it really matters. Sure, he might meow in the morning to wake you up or to get your attention somehow, but most of the time, he's watching and waiting. When he finally decides to speak, it's for a reason. Male cats communicate with purpose. Every sound has weight. When he meows, chirps, or lets out a short trill, he's not just making noise. He's trying to get a specific reaction from you: food, attention, reassurance, or simply acknowledgement that you're still there. So when your male cat finally does meow, don't ignore it. It's communication, sharpened down to what truly matters. 9. Why he bonds with one human. Have you ever noticed how your male cat seems to have a favorite person, that one human he follows, watches, and always chooses to sit beside? Male cats are wired to form one deep bond rather than spreading their affection evenly. He chooses based on trust, consistency, and emotional safety. Maybe you were the one who fed him first, spoke to him gently, or made him feel calm in a stressful moment. Whatever it was, it left a mark. From that point on, he sees you as his person. You might notice he looks for you when you leave, waits by the door, or ignores everyone else in the room just to sit near you. It doesn't mean he doesn't like anyone else who lives in your home. It's just that once a male cat decides who his person is, no one can change his mind.